I think that anarchism to me, you know, like has a lot more to do with like you know, like the history of I guess like my family and where they come from. Like if you like studying like Cartel Magon or Emiliano Zapata, or like a lot of the like even like other indigenous people in Mexico and what's called Mexico now. They practice like communalism, and they practice like mutual aid, and they practice direct action even, you know, and all these other principles that are I feel like are just make sense, you know. I mean, just are it's just what, you know, is natural, right? And if you're gonna have somebody that oppresses you and takes away your freedom, takes away your liberty, you know, I mean, it's natural for someone to fight back and to do whatever it takes to get back what that freedom and that liberty and even like their land, you know, that's taken from them. So to me, like anarchism just is that, you know, I mean, makes sense because it's about liberty, you know, I mean, it's about freedom, and it's about like getting rid of all forms of oppression, and because I have had a lot of experiences and with dealing with other, I guess like the other leftists, and not to focus too much on them, like the authoritarian left, you know, I still think that, you know, they don't really like challenge those same power dynamics in society, meaning that, you know, you can't replace like this state, this government, with another form of a government that's just gonna like look the same, not only look the same, but have the same process, you know what I mean, and kind of like centralize all that decision making, all that power in their hands, you know, and even looking at how like indigenous people made decisions, you know, like they had a consensus process, meaning that everybody had to say. They had councils where people would get together. To this day, you know, I mean, it's not even like something in the past, like, oh, like, let's look into the history books. Like it happens today. You look at like the Iroquois nations, you look at people from Oaxaca, you look at people from Chiapas and other parts of the world, even like places in Africa, you know, they practice that same process, like direct democracy. And I feel like that just makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, how can a representative or somebody make the decisions for me? You know what I mean? Like, how can somebody know what's in my best interest? Whether it be like a Democrat, a Republican, or even like a Marxist-Leninist or a Maoist, you know, like they don't know the interests of everybody in all these different regions and all different communities, right? And the only way we're gonna get free, I think, is by actually, you know, taking back that you know, taking back the right to have a say in our communities, and you know, and really to me it's rooted in land, you know, and land and liberty. Those are the key principles to me of anarchism, as well as mutual aid, direct action, you know, and you know, I think that those principles, I think, just make sense, you know, and